Hello everyone and welcome to Call Sign Charlie Models. It is time for the final review of the Tamiya 132nd Mosquito, Dehavilland Mosquito Mark 6. And this kit was an absolute dream to build. Did have a few little fit issues with it, but those were self-induced because of the Edward sets that I used for this. So I really can't fault the kit for any issues I had, and everything else went together, like I said, an absolute dream. Just moving around on here, like I said, use the Edward gun set on this. The detail on it and everything is absolutely amazing. The fit on it, the firewall right here, is a little bit finicky, but it can be done. I should have done a little bit more test fitting on it before I got it attached in. So that's where that issue came across. Moving along, just on the underside, don't know how well you can see it in the mirror, but I used the Edward belly gun set. That went together absolutely amazing. There were no fit issues with that whatsoever. And then with the engine, was a little bit of a Frankenstein with the engine. Part Tamiya, part Edward engine set. I used the Tamiya engine as the base, and then with the Edward engine set, I went in and added in some of the cabling, piping, some of the extra goodies that are in the Edward set, just to liven it up with the engine cowls off with that. But everything else, minus the Quinta Studios interior, is straight out of the box, and it came out absolutely gorgeous. I am super happy with this. With the antenna line, I use Easy Line. You guys can probably barely see it. And then this antenna right up here kept on breaking off, so it's super glued in into place. So hopefully it will stay there. Other than that, that's all I really have for this kit. Absolute blast to build. If I had the chance, I would build another. Also with this, I did use, there's only 6 total decals on this entire kit, and those are the fuselage numbers or letters right here, along with the tail code right there, and then on the front door, the Wags War Wagon. Those are the only decals on this entire kit. Everything else, including the stencils, are painted on. I did use the one-man army paint mask, and again, those were an absolute dream to use. They go down super easy. Painting everything, it takes more time to mask off the surrounding areas than it does to actually paint, but the extra work is definitely worth it in the long run, because it just looks a whole lot better. And then some of the extra parts from the Edward engine I used were all the engine cowls. They do look a lot better than what the kit engine cowls look, because they are a lot thinner, and they also do have a lot better detail on the reverse side of the engine cowls. So if you are going to leave the engine open, I would highly recommend having those engine cowls. Alright, so that is going to do it for the Tamiya 132nd de Havilland Mosquito FB Fighter Bomber Mark 6. Again, I highly recommend this kit. Decal or the instructions are a little bit complex, but if you take your time and follow them, they should be okay. The only issues I had with this kit are self-induced with the front gun bay. So if you use the kit gun bay, again, you shouldn't have any issues. But if you do use the Edward gun bay, make sure you do your test fits and everything before you glue everything in, because after you get everything glued in, getting it to fit and getting all the seams can be a little bit of a nightmare. But that's all I have for this kit, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And I want to thank everybody for sticking around for all 7 parts of this build. So if you haven't yet, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell button for notifications of when I post future content. Now that this is done, the PBY Catalina is back on the bench, so we'll be getting that one started again next week. But anyways, thank you all for watching. But until next time, I hope you guys have a great day. You stay frosty and happy modeling.